Same. Just get over there with a really loud huff. I'm gonna sit down on one of the logs and just contemplate my actions.
All right. I'm going to take Zoe over here, and we're going to cross, just allowing the water to take us with it all the way.
Okay, sure.
And I'll get up over here, where it looks like it's a little
Hockey,
less steep.
how did the bridge collapse? Like, did it maintain any structural integrity whatsoever? Or did that entire middle part just whoosh?
That entire middle part collapsed all the way down. There's some of the rubble is on that island in the, but most of it sank to the bottom or flowed downstream.
Okay, so the river's deep enough to even big sections of it wouldn't even be possible to jump to. Okay.
Yes.
Was there anything left of the trolls? Just always it's just ash.
Nope, they all burned away because they were all killed. Just ash.
Man, out of character, could you have like decapitated them and like kept them as like trophies or something?
Nope, they would have. If they're decapitated for more than, their body would actually regrow the head.
What the fuck?
They're trolls, man. This is D&D.
Yeah, fire and acid.
Out of session, I played around with making them susceptible to different types, like arcane or frost or something, but decided to stick with the common trope of fire and acid.
Mm.
And in fact, as you guys gather around that campsite, you actually see a couple broken bottles with, seems like, chewed out areas of the grass, and there's huge tufts that have been torn out and sort of haphazardly replaced, and it looks like there's been a scuffle there. So if I had explained it a bit better, you would have investigated that before crossing the bridge and been given an indication of some sort of acid or fire.
Don't worry, we pulled the answer out of our asses once again.
Yeah.
Well, Elessar showed up and saved our asses.
Yep. That's what I'd say. Not pulling out of our asses.
That's my estimate of exactly what happened.
Got done with his business.
Just finish with his fucking with his druid phone.
Yeah.
What was it you called it?
Your druid smartphone. All right. Well, let's finish up what you guys are doing.
I'd like to help to get those horses across the other side. I know they'd swim over to the bank, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're headed this way. Oops, this way.
Right. So I would try and lead them up the banks as best I could.
Okay, sure. They follow you. They're shivering and panicking a little bit, but you are able to control them.
All right. I'll bring them over to the fire we got going over on this side.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to warm them up a little bit.
You are on the other side of the river.
I am? Oh shit, I thought you were bringing it over this way. Never mind.
No, we gotta keep going west.
You stole away the fire. Me and Rede are over here, man.
Well, I came to this side. I had to. The fire's over here now. Come join us.
Yeah. No, you guys can do what he did and make your way across.
I think I'm absolutely done with that river for a few minutes. I mean,
yeah.
I spent the past several minutes in that water. It might be, I need to relax for a moment before I jump back in it.
We're a little tired right now, if you can't tell.
The snake's gonna ferry everyone across if that's...
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Oh shit, we can ride the snake?
We can ride the snake,
that.
apparently.
I'll give it the command.
Yep, everybody makes it over.
Alright,
So, collect yourselves, heal up. We'll finish this session up as a transition to the next, and then we'll leave off there and continue 2 weeks.
Yep.
Since it's already almost 2 o'clock my time. So
yeah, it's late.
Almost died, right?
So does anybody have any healing spells, health potions they want to do?
I
hit dice.
Yep, so you can take a short rest, do hit dice.
I think this would be a really good time to do a long rest, but that's just me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would strongly
considering
agree with
one of the reasons we almost died right now is that no one could do anything.
I could do something.
Slots pretty quick.
I'm not asking.
I can do one more fireball now.
That's a good hit die.
I think we should just take a long
Yeah, I think we should
rest.
take a long rest.
It is late in the day,
it's-
right?
Hit die.
It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I say take a short rest, trudge a bit, hope for the best, and take a long rest. We can figure that out next time.
Battle of Trolls Deep.
I mean, to be fair, we have 5 hit dice, so it's not like we're hurting for heals. Slots,
Yeah,
yes. Heals, no.
Slots and
Yeah, were we long resting or are we using?
I think
I
we're
thought you
short
just
resting
heal
right
up.
now.
You guys can go about it in a vote. You guys can come to a consensus, or you can choose a leader to make the decision for you. You now have Zoe as a mount, 2 horses, one of which is a pony. No. Adrik was riding the pony, right?
Adric's right
No,
behind.
Yeah, he was
riding
eating.
burrito.
Okay. So you have 2 draft horses.
And what about
And
Kai's
so-
horse?
And
Did I
Kai
cross?
has his horse, and Elessar has his horse.
So
One of you will either have to double up or read. I don't know. Is summon steed a slot? You
Yeah,
need a
it's a
slot for
slot.
that, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, you can't cast it as a ritual because paladins can't ritual cast.
And I don't think it's a ritual anyways.
It is.
It's
Really?
a 10-minute thing.
It's tagged as ritual. That's for the warlocks out there.
You're a warlock.
Summon their nightmares.
Yeah, well, Pact of the Tome warlock, I should say, but
Well,
picky.
the bridge falling down was a bit of a nightmare too.
Yeah, and guess who caused it?
We're well aware who caused it.
You're-
We don't need to guess.
You don't have
anything.
to. I really thought I was gonna die there. I even
Hey guys, concerning that, why don't we just say that the trolls dropped the bridge?
Yeah. If
Okay.
anything, yes.
What do you
And
mean
hopefully nobody,
today?
tries
I was
to-
already planning on saying that.
I mean, when we got here, it looked pretty damaged to me. I had to swim across myself.
We heroically backed all the trolls into the bridge, and then all their weight combined broke the bridge.
Just crushed.
No. We came and it
Ignore
was
the
already
scorch
broken.
marks.
It was already broken when we got here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, ignore the 3 scorch marks, over here.
There's a
Ignore how
couple
that
of
was
blasts.
destroyed. Ignore the blood stains way over to the
No,
That
that's
was
good.
all done by the previous party because there's
Yeah.
scorch marks up at that fire where there's acid marks and so
Their
forth.
bodies are floating down the river right now.
Okay, so you guys resting here? You guys moving on? Deal. What's the consensus? Or vote or leader decision?
I'm voting for a long rest.
Voting for a long rest.
I say
I think we were
I
all
would say long rest.
Okay, I will not go off by myself. That's for sure.
All right.
that's a good call. There's trolls in these hills.
Yeah, but did you see we can handle those trolls?
I mean, I almost handled the troll, and then it got really bad really fast.
Troll at the
We
river.
rolled 3 20s in a row, one with disadvantage. So yeah, went south.
So yeah,
Hey, it
long
all-
rest.
Okay,
worked
is
out in
everybody
the end.
sufficiently healed?
Can I use 2 of my hit
Yes.
dice before we go into the full long rest? Is that a possibility?
Sure. I already
Yeah.
did. We all did.
Yeah,
I know.
I
I'm,
used
I'm
5 of
making
them,
sure
I
because the
got-
plan has kind of changed
I
since
got
you
half
guys
that.
used yours.
I'm gonna use Song of Rest, by the way. as a
Doesn't-
bard.
Which
ahead.
does what?
Is that
When
1d6?
you take short or long rest, and you get an extra d6 of hit points back.
Nice. Just you?
Everybody does.
Oh.
In the party.
Oh, an extra D6, huh?
And you get a slot for that, or is that an ability?
It is a feat.
Okay.
It's a feature from the bard class.
And that's not temporary. That's for regular hit points.
That is regular hit points.
So you guys are going to get
Alright,
half your level's worth of hit die back.
rounded down.
After a long rest.
Yeah, after
Right.
long.
So 2d8 plus 6.
I mean, is that you telling us the long rest is completely successful, or is that you telling us just in case for next time?
Just telling you if you want to manage your hit die.
That's what I was doing.
I seem to have erased my experience points. Were we keeping track of that ourselves, or was that milestone?
No, I do a milestone.
Oh, by the way, we must have gotten some mad mad experience points for fighting these guys, right? I mean,
You think so?
nothing extreme, but that felt like some pretty good payout for 6 people.
Well, did Reed almost die?
Yeah,
because,
the
Reed
thing you
almost
guys
died.
have going against you is that
6, so
There's
many of
6
us.
enough.
Although we tried fighting with less than 6, it didn't work out so well.
So 2d6.
Well, keep in mind, we were also pretty well exhausted. Reed had literally
Yeah.
no spell slots whatsoever left at the start of that.
Yeah,
It would have gone very different if we had gotten any rest between the last encounter and this one.
true.
Wow, so
Well,
much
but
HP
really,
back.
we had
The
we
old
had
gnome
40
strokes his
people.
beard and says, "That's why you need to learn to conserve your spells early in the morning."
And Reed looks over and says, okay, next time I'll let the Necromancer cast something at you.
You're all a bit grumpy. Let's just calm down, okay?
We
all a
almost
little bit
died,
tired.
fellas. We almost lost Adrik. Now's not the time to separate ourselves.
You're not
Okay,
one to
so-
talk, but I'm gonna let that slide.
you guys used hit die before the long rest, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or at least I did.
Okay, so it advanced to about dinner time, and then now you're going to do your. So you guys waking up at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, or what do you do? Are you going to rest the entire night? Because it's about 5 o'clock.
I
It's
would
busy
rather
day.
travel once we get our rest, and maybe
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, the risk
Well,
is encountering
that's-
another not fun thing when we're pretty much fully spent. That's
No,
the
we're
No,
risk.
we'll be fresh.
Fresh.
We'll be fresh.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to
Oh, you're
decide
talking,
what time
are
are you
talking about after
It's
the
gonna
long
be
rest?
at. Let's
Yes,
do it.
yes.
at midnight. It'll be fun.
I would like to
And
do a
we
night
have-
travel. Actually, sounds fun.
It sounds fun, and also we gotta get out there. We've already had a bunch of things stopping us beforehand.
That's right. I want to keep going. We spend time here; it'll find us here. Spend time on the road; it'll find us there. Being here in the dark is no safer than being on the road in the dark, right?
At this point, yeah.
Besides, I can see in the dark. The gnome
You
is rather
can. I
confident.
can't,
Yes.
but I'll just light fires.
So, Reed, something just occurred to me. You are recording this, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure.
Get
Did
the
you all
water
see
out.
how Dretan actually saved Adrik because Adrik rolled his death save
Yeah,
and
he rolled
failed?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it too.
I mean, I
So-
did see that, but I've had an ace in the hole the entire time, so I was just waiting to see what happened.
Really, an ace in the hole
Yep.
when it wasn't even close to your turn, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of the point. That's why it's an ace in the hole as opposed to just me doing something.
From 6. All right. You don't have to spoil it, but I'm really
Good, good.
doubtful. Incredibly doubtful you could have done
It's
anything
okay.
about
So
that.
what I'm going to tell you is you can go ahead and look at the recording at 3 hours, 13 minutes, and 20 seconds, where I'm circling it on my character sheet for you to see. Okay.
By the way, we're taking a long rest, and we'll be waking at like 1 o'clock in the morning and going from there.
Out of curiosity, did you
Okay.
happen to pick up any diamonds on our travels?
No.
No, I'm asking. Nye, any diamonds you picked up?
No,
Precious
and I
stones?
also can't cast that.
Wow. Man, I'm looking forward to you uploading it because I really want to see what you're talking about.
Well, remember, ace in the hole does not mean guarantee. It means I have something up my sleeve.
Yeah.
I thought an ace in the hole meant to guarantee win, but
Nope.
hey,
No.
I get where you're getting at.
Think about playing a Texas Hold'em. Just because you have an ace for your hole cards, which is what that means, doesn't mean the turn, the river, or the flop, especially the river in this case, goes your way.
Point.
Oh.
Yeah, while that was going on, I actually made a decent last few words out of the bastardization of what quotes I can remember from.
You were unconscious.
last
You couldn't
words.
say anything in the first place.
Yeah.
The opportunity to
I
say the
feel like-
last few words was before the troll hit you.
Yeah, I feel like hockey would have been cool enough to, because we're level 5, we've been around, probably would have given me to linger on to at least say something. I don't know.
If the
Or maybe
troll
it took
eats
my
you-
head off and ate my jaw.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
the
don't
troll
know.
was eating you.
Well, no, the troll was dead while I was doing my saves.
Anything happening, Hockey, or are you just sitting and waiting?
No, the session's pretty done. I was gonna let you guys decide. Do some RP around the campfire at night, and
Just to help you plan for next week, I think we are deciding to move on at 1 a.m. in the morning.
at 1 a.m. Okay.
Apparently.
By the way, Adrik, we're even.
Yo. All right, guys. I have to go and work a lot.
Okay.
For
Thank
this
you for
See you
session.
later.
joining us, Kai.
Night, Kai.
Good night.
Yeah, this session was really crazy. You weren't playing hockey. You're almost dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
I tried my best.
Hockey,
You've got a taste
just
for blood.
for notation purposes, would Reed have been able to recover any of his javelins?
The one that stuck in the knee.
Okay,
One.
I'll go ahead and mark that.
Yeah. Also, that dagger's fucking gone. I did not try to retrieve that. That was an ordeal.
Although, when you saw how well his Sacred Flame has done, you should tell him to use that instead of the dagger. Right, Adrian?
Yeah, I want that dagger back.
How about no?
Well, wait, Hockey. Okay, hold on. We should have horses for just about everybody, shouldn't we? Because we saved the two that were attached to the thing, and that left us with
There's
one
two.
more normal.
Kai's and Elessar's.
Let's see.
And then there's Zoe. So you're
There's-
missing
Oh,
one.
I'm missing
What
one.
about the
Okay.
Something I don't think anyone brought up. Between getting thrown down into the river, floating a bit, being chewed on by one of the trolls, and a giant snake dragging out of the water. Are any of the corpses still in the back?
No, they're all ash.
They're all ash.
No, the corpses of the people.
The guards.
They fell in the water.
That's what.
They went over. They floated down and they went over.
In that case, anyone without a horse, aka
We'll
Adrian,
tell them it was a Viking funeral.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
where
Adrian gets to throw
Reed's
the
going to
fact.
spend some time doing the last rites that he should have done like 4 hours ago. So we can mark that in at some point just for the long rest. Reed's going to start doing rites because might as well at this point.
Oh. Good lord.
Man, I gotta say, it seems like Dan of War 3 is gonna be a good game.
Oop, ignore that. That is
What is
that is really weird. That should have whispered. Why didn't that whisper the rest of it? That's really weird.
Yeah, the reason why is because you put enters in. Whenever you put whenever you put an interspace between things, it fucks it up and it doesn't paste everything.
Well,
correctly.
hey, that's the rough draft that I was gonna cut down to about half of that if I had to. So guess I gotta find a new one. Hero is gonna be somber and shit. Oh well.
You're saying those are your death words?
If I was given the opportunity,
While you were unconscious.
These are
Adric
Shakespearean
is
death
so
words.
deep.
that's why I said this is rough, and I would cut it down to probably about a half or a third of that.
I know I'm happy I'm dead. There you go.
I'd want to give the speech Josie Wales gave to Brown Sitting Bear or whatever, Chief Bull or whatever, Indian chief.
Mm-hmm.
There's iron in my blood and iron in my word.
I'm surprised I haven't heard that before.
Outlaw Josie Whale, excellent speech.
Good lord.
This session was stupid.
That's an easy way of saying that. Ugh.
I didn't think it would be that bad when it started. I thought Reed was just going to plant himself and let everybody run back. And then things started happening.
And then they started having double attacks with 2d6s, and that hurt.
Oh, triple attacks with 20s, nothing but 20s. And the worst part is, in the very beginning, they did a ton of damage to themselves.
Yeah. I think this is proof that we need to rest a little more liberally.
You guys have already rested liberally.
Yeah, this is just.
This was the first time we
Yeah.
chained encounters.
No, that's absolutely right. But it's like, I don't know. Part of the problem was I was empty, but I don't want to think what would have happened if Reed didn't spend that stuff. Because if he didn't spend,
By the way, Adrik, that was my last spell slot.
yeah.
Nice.
Because like I'm thinking about it in the previous encounter, I'm just trying to think of what I could not have used. So Reed used 2 level 1s to kill the giant thing. If he hadn't done that, Saf could have died.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't use 2 spell slots to kill the Necromancer could have cast that obnoxious Scythe spell, which probably would have killed people anyways.
Everyone could have died.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, I don't think there's any way I could have gotten out of that without spending all of my spell slots.
Yeah, no, never regret your actions to the past. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to think. Like, so at that situation, should I have thought, well, we should heal more, or we should move on? We moved on. I'm just trying to think, is that a situation where you heal at that point?
That was a situation that we moved on because
Yeah, because that was
a
mid-morning. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the party still had their spells. You just spent most of yours.
Yeah. I mean, I had all of my first slot. I had 1 third slot, and I had 2 second
Well,
slots.
we should have probably at least done a short rest at that point because we took a fair amount of
Yeah.
damage from that fight.
By the way, Hockey,
Yeah. I mean, I was.
recover all of my spell slots. Not all my spell slots, all my warlock spell slots after the first short rest.
yeah, warlocks are a bit OP that way.
They're OP in that way if they take short rests all the time, but outside of that, you have like 5 spell slots at level 20.
Yeah.
And then you have Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast you don't mock, but it's still, you only get a couple of spell slots to work with.
Right.
So what's this thing that if you take a short rest, you gain spell slots back? Is that a class feature?
Oh,
It's a class feature for
Warlocks.
Warlock.
yeah. Warlocks. They don't. Well, technically, don't warlocks not have spell slots? They have warlock spell slots, which is a totally different thing. Kinda weird.
Technically, yes. It's
They
only in
consider-
that way in that you regain them on short rest and long rest.
And-
Also, regain from long rest.
Also, there's things that specify, like there's abilities, there are invocations that specify, hey, once a day plus you spend a warlock spell slot, you can do this. So if you multi-class,
Some of them you do that. Some of them you do that.
Yeah.
Some of them you can just cast them for free. Some of them you get forever. All this.
yeah.
Stuff.
I'm saying the ones that specify a warlock spell slot. Like if you multi-class wizard warlock, you couldn't use one of your in wizard slots to
Yeah.
do that.
You cannot, and usually it's that you're splitting them up between one and the other.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm keeping it like I have 2 spell slots in like 2 level 1 spell slots in Warlock, and then the rest of mine in Bard. So I've always got these 2 that recover on every short rest, and then you get the ones over there. I've been keeping them separate on like 2 separate sheets that I'm working with.
Yeah, good call.
Oh,
On the plus side, the downtime between my turns, I was able to make a lot of bookmarks. So now I can actually keep up with you guys by going through the book faster. Instead of having to go to the index, then hope I got the right page.
hey Hockey, I had a game. How much does it cost to rebuild a bridge?
Bridge like that over that span. What's the rule for masonry? I'll look it up. If you're really interested, I'll look it up.
I'm actually really interested because I'm wondering how badly does Dretan want to repay destroying that bridge. Oh,
Would that be under crafting?
It'd be under off time.
It's more than you have on you, I can tell you that right now.
Because I'm
I
also...
can do odd
destroyed
jobs.
Is it in the? It must be in the
Also-
DMs. So I don't see anything in the
Yeah, it's gonna
downtime
be in the
activities.
DM. It's gonna be in.
Also, I really hope that Ultimate Cove and Falistad don't do too much trading. I mean, it's only a major trade road because bridges.
Who's the next? What was the next expansion again?
Come again?
Well, then the next D&D expansion? Because there's one coming out soon, isn't it?
Is there?
It's D&D Beyond.
Oh,
Next D&D Next, isn't it? Or
No.
D&D Beyond is the app. I thought the supplement.
Right.
No, I mean, like,
D&D
the new
Next
book.
is 5e. That's us right now.
Yeah. Are you talking about the next book, the
the next book.
Yawning Portal, the Tales from the Yawning Portal?
What are you talking about, Psycho? You confuse me.
One of my friends was talking about new spells that are coming out for like classes and stuff. And I don't know.
I think it's Beyond. I'm not sure. Look.
well, guys, I'm gonna have to be lame and leave early, but that was a really good session.
Yeah.
Hockey, nice to have you back. I hope we see you next Friday in a nice game. And good
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm gonna try and make it.
Glad to hear it. Always as much nonsense as you. Good game, guys. See you.
Lots of nonsense.
Yeah,
See ya.
it's probably all will be transferred. It's probably Tales of the Undying Portal that has all the spell stuff then. Just beyond is the digital stuff.
Okay, so in the DM's guide, building a stronghold has some values attached to it. So going off that, I would say probably about 5,000 gold pieces to repair that bridge.
Oh, that hurts.
Maybe a little less. I could maybe 3,800 or something.
Yeah, I would say probably like 38 to 3,500 because part of the bridge is still there. It's not like the entire
Yes.
bridge is gone.
And
Thankfully, the trolls did it right.
Dude, those trolls, they're explosive magics.
You should raise taxes on them trolls, man.
They don't pay taxes.
Well, they should start.
By the way, when we get to the city, let me talk.
And you're not allowed to talk to any official ever again.
What do you mean? Why can't I talk to officials?
I'm just thinking of that one Zone of Truth spell. Yeah, that one.
What the one
last
word?
time you spoke to an official.
And that didn't get us in trouble. I resisted it. That's it.
I think the only reason we didn't get in trouble is because everybody else's story corroborated.
Everybody else is telling the truth. I told most of the truth as well.
Yeah, but if they hadn't heard it from us, you would have gotten us killed.
You guys would have gotten away. I would have probably.
And this is why you're not allowed to talk to officials.
You're not going to stop me.
Oh, what a beautiful title.
Question. I know I am asking now, even though did you guys doff your armor?
Yes.
My armor would have run out by 1 a.m.
Right, your mage armor. I'm more specifically for Adrik and Rede.
I
If they
have to take
were,
my armor off as well.
you know, the other thing we didn't decide on watches either.
No.
We would say we're taking our standard watch.
Okay.
And considering that we're talking about watches and this is an intended rest, Rede would have.
Okay.
Yeah. My
And
armor's off.
We also have a dog with us.
Falcons, what a joke.
And a mini dragon
sorry.
that admittedly did absolutely nothing during that combat.
Say again?
James said we have a dog, and I said, yeah, and a mini dragon that did absolutely nothing during that combat.
Yeah.
No, he actually hobbled me by giving me Pimp. Pip is my familiar, because if I had a real familiar, he'd be doing all kinds of stuff in combat, but I can't rescue a real pseudo-dragon just because I want him to go give me advantage in combat. No.
Oh no, you have a scout that you can use at any time to see things.
Yes, but he's already taught me that I can't abuse that last encounter when all of a sudden Pip goes down. You remember? That's how the encounter
gave you
started.
some advance notice. Otherwise, we would have just run into that fight.
No, I did have Pip scout this bridge, but he didn't tell me that Pip saw anything.
Yeah.
Well, you technically just had Pip
Yeah,
go
I was gonna say,
look
did
at
Pip
the
go look
sign.
under the bridge?
Yeah.
I had thought about that, but I don't want Pip to be a casualty. So I can't just have him go inspect under things
All
like
Pip
that.
has to do is fly off to the side and dip down to get line of sight under the bridge.
Okay.
Actually, given the way the
By the
bridge was
way-
positioned, Pip could have flown out over the waterfall, over that open edge, and then looked on it from the side and have no problem.
Hey, Hockey, has your anger against Greece lowered yet, or is it still there?
See,
Oh,
I
that's
don't
not
want Hockey to absolutely hate me by using and misabusing my familiar. And now,
It
if I
is
were
a
summoning
rough
my familiar, he'd just make me pay 10 gold pieces at a time, which is why I bought 10 units of the summoning incense. So if Pip ever does go down, I'm going to bring out a real familiar and just abuse him.
I don't think Hockey's hatred of Greece has anything on my hatred of Magic Stone.
Oh, I mean the
Because-
one that one shots like
Yeah,
half the people that you're fighting.
Because Greece hasn't allowed James to break out of jail. Those stones, on the other hand, I have to specifically make an encounter to work around.
Have people with shields.
Why would
You throw a pebble at him, he raises his shield, your pebble flies off.
Well, shields just add to your AC. He's just been rolling really high. Like, James
Yeah.
hasn't had a single attack roll in that, under 19, I think, something like that. And nothing I'm throwing at them has had an AC higher than, I think, 12.
To be fair, I'm also like cleaving half of them in two.
You wouldn't have been able to do that if you didn't have weapons like I intended.
I would have grappled one out of their hands. I got the strength to
you
do
would have
that.
had to actually do that. You wouldn't have just been given free weapons.
To be fair, they're not exactly the weapons I'm used to. I mean, they're actual weapons. They're not meat cleavers. They're not a sledgehammer I keep at the back.
It's a
not
scimitar.
pitchfork.
It might as well be a meat cleaver.
I know, but
It's practically the same shape.
It's a
Yeah, that
further
way help.
demonstration why you shouldn't cage a druid.
yeah. To explain hockey,
No,
like
no,
all
no.
of
This
my
is further
weapons
demonstration of why bad things are going to happen to you guys.
all of my weapons are like improvised stuff that I keep inside my bar. like my maul
At
is
this
a
point, you're
sledgehammer
not
we
getting
used to
them
build it.
back. Like, you don't even need them. You're just going to leave.
I want them though. I want to go back to my bar. It's where I live. It's where I work.
And not only do I have to...
I'll go get him for you, boss.
I have to adjust the next several encounters anyways to adjust difficulty because we're gonna add 2 people, and then on top of that,
Are you playing with this hockey?
I'm gonna try to make it. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then Kai said he's gonna try to make it. He's just had stuff going on for the past 2 sessions.
True.
So we have 2 more people. I've got to adjust for that, and then I've got to adjust to take care of your bullshit.
Now, no, because with 2 more people, my bullshit will be just a minor.
Yeah.
annoyance.
At that
Yeah.
point,
Your
it doesn't
your
matter.
1d8 plus 3 ranged attack at 60 feet is gonna be minor.
1d6. It's 1d6.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it's 1d8.
It's 1d6.
Oh, okay, fine.
It's 1d. It feels like it's 1d8 because he kept rolling that high.
So what do we have in the party already? What characters are there?
We have a barbarian who works and owns a bar. A very interesting wizard.
We have a half-orc wizard.
I'm a druid, yes. Oh, the half-orc druid. Very interesting, yes.
The half-orc wizard who is like really under optimized but is hilarious the way he does things. Like he thinks that all of his magic comes from the hat that he stole from some dude he killed.
That's awesome.
So because of that, he has like an int of like 13.
We've got the surfer hippie druid.
Yeah, he
I just
Okay.
posted his picture in Discord for you.
yeah, he also works at my bar. He keeps the place neat and tidy.
Yeah,
Excellent.
he casts Purify Food and Drink and Detect Poison and Disease and keeps his place nice and pure.
And then we also have a rogue who has learned to not split the party.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I'll
don't know.
bring in my war cleric. Got.
All right.
Oh, good.
I
That's
don't
what
know
I need.
what-
More healing on your guys' team.
Well, it also sounds like we need tankiness up front too. So
Yes.
That
I
is
mean,
probably
I've been
we had-
taking most of this everything.
Well,
but I
we
keep-
need DPS, I think, right?
I
You
don't know about
guys
that.
okay, so you guys have a rogue, you have a barbarian, you have a wizard, you have a druid.
Oh, we have the Barbarian,
Yeah, you have the
right?
barbarian.
Yeah,
And the barbarian
Like,
is
play
level
whatever-
22.
play whatever's fun, but a
Yeah.
cleric is nice at
Yeah.
level 5 because you can cast Revive, dead. The
Revivify.
problem with our cleric is that if he died, if Adrik had died, he was the guy who could revive the dead.
yeah.
yeah, if he had the 200 gold piece diamond or whatever.
Oh, also hockey. When you do
Or no,
crit-
he wouldn't need that because he'd have his seal. Or do you actually need it
I
anyways?
think you have to have it
I
anyway.
know if you have to have it as a focus item, but it wouldn't be consumed,
Yeah.
right? That first, the lowest level one, does that not? I don't think that consumes anything. Let me check.
By the way, Hockey, when you do create a character, you also need to create a god that they worship.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have a list, or is it just anything?
I have a list. Let me kill the recording now, and then I'll get you a link to the thing where I have the handouts in there.
Yep. Sounds good.